New reports on China's economy. The economy suffering and dramatically so. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics finds China's industrial profits fell nearly 10% in October, year on year. The steepest decline in 8 months. China's manufacturing sector also declining, down 5% from January to October. China now wants, though, to lead the UN's organization that protects intellectual property. China nominating its own candidate, a Chinese national, to lead the United Nations World Intellectual Property Organization. That's right, intellectual property. Imagine that. We'll take that up with Gordon Chang, who is joining us here tonight. And Gordon, to see what China is suggesting. The World Intellectual Property Organization, they want to lead it, and they're the leading thief of intellectual property in the world.
Yeah, and the Chinese National Intelligence Law of 2017 requires every Chinese national to spy if requested. And now you're going to have a Chinese national as the head of the world.
Well, I wouldn't.
It really makes absolutely no sense at all. Yeah. You know, when you look at all of this, Lou, when Chinese nationals have headed multilateral organizations like Interpol, always a disaster occurs. This will be another disaster.
Well, if indeed the election will be in March, do you really think there's a chance in the world that even the UN would be dumb enough to elect a Chinese national to lead the intellectual property organization?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to occur because the United States and other countries are putting their weight behind the candidate from Singapore. But nonetheless, for China to do this shows a certain amount of boldness, which just defies anything.
Well, Singapore, though, on the other hand, is also one of the major sources of counterfeit goods that are being exported into the United States. It gets complicated, folks. It gets complicated. Well, it's getting simplified. The president has signed the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act, and it is now law. He acknowledges that it complicates the U.S.-China trade discussions, but he signed it. He's standing up. This country is standing up for those pro-democracy forces in Hong Kong. And if Xi Jinping is a little upset about it, you know, that's just too bad. That's who we are.
Yeah. You know, for 4 decades, elites in this country, Wall Street, multinational, chambers of commerce, academics said we could not afford to upset China. Well, President Trump, you know, is doing something that his predecessors would not do, and that is to defend America, because the same power that is encroaching on Hong Kong's autonomy is attacking our society across the board. So, as you say, this is a great day for America, and this is a great day for every free society around the world.
And for this president to stand tall for American values and our fundamental values of freedom and liberty, and certainly law is critically important. I am very proud of this president, and I'm very proud of this country in doing so. We're in the middle of these discussions right now with China, but a lot of people are not aware that there is a deadline within this. It is a bit of a time bomb, in point of fact. In 4 days, laws go into effect in the People's Republic of China that will expose every American company doing business there, every foreign company, in point of fact, but I'm only concerned about U.S. companies, their data, their intellectual property in every form will be wide open to China.
Yeah. On December 1, you have the Multi-Level Protection Scheme 2.0 going into effect. And essentially what this does is it requires 3 standards, and these standards mean no encryption. Companies can't use encryption. They can't use virtual private networks to protect their data. And there's no private servers, which means that China will see everything. And by the way, the Ministry of Public Security, when it sees everything, can turn this data over to Chinese state enterprises, which compete against our companies. So there's going to be nothing left for, you know, in terms of privacy for our companies.
Well, we're talking about we're 4 days away from that deadline. Do you think we're adequately prepared to withdraw U.S. companies' data and information, get it out of mainland China in time?
No, I don't think so. I do think that there have been behind-the-scene discussions between the Trump administration and Xi Jinping, the Chinese ruler, because those behind-the-scene discussions have gone on for years. But now the Chinese have said, look, we're going to go and do this. And by the way, there's another deadline, which is January 1st, when China's encryption law goes into effect, which is sort of superfluous because you can't have encryption under the December 1 rules anyway. But the point is China's attacking foreign companies across the board. And we got to do something, because once China gets into those networks, it's going to have all the information of U.S. companies, not just in China, but around the world. Do
you think we might even say they're also probably already inside those networks?
Well, they are, but this sort of facilitates it, of course. Yeah. And this sort of
gives it color of law, for crying out loud. Imagine that. These are the same people we're negotiating with to stop their $600 billion a year theft of our intellectual property. These are the same people that will be dependent upon their goodwill for enforcement, at least as it appears now. Troubling days, aren't they?
Yeah, but we got a president, though, who is going to stand up for us. You know, on this Hong Kong bill, Lou, just one thing. The Chinese issued a public demand that he not sign it. President Trump justified him. I think we're going to have better relations with Beijing because they realize they can't mess with this president.
I think you're exactly right. Although I do have to say the most recent communication out of Beijing was to reassure us again that they would not be stealing our intellectual property. They promised this, by the way, just to keep the record straight, 22 times over the course of the past 3 years. That's what their word is worth, and it's what makes, in part, this such a difficult negotiation for even this president. Gordon Chang, thanks for being here.
Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.